So for those of you who pointed out in one of my previous videos about a strip of LED lights that was running around the outside of my truck, I actually installed those as a surprise for my 4-year-old. We were going to a lighting ceremony of this neighborhood that's all lit up really well. It's called Candy Cane Lane, and I decided to put a strip of LED lights around the truck. Before I take them off, I'll let you see what they look like. It has a little remote control, which you probably can't see, but I can turn them on remotely. I can change what they do. I can make them flash, change the colors, which is pretty cool. The strip was roughly 30 feet long, and I ran it around the side, the back, and then ended it right down here on the other side. Turned out pretty good. Like I said, it was just for my daughter. I wanted to do something that she might think was pretty neat. So yeah, that's what you saw. They'll be coming off soon though. But that's what I did. She really got a kick out of them too. You know, and I'm kind of interested. Did any of you guys see them?
What's going on, guys? So I have two really important topics to talk to you about on this video. The first one is an update on my buddy's R-Pod that he just purchased a few months ago and some of the problems he's having. One of those problems is a pretty major problem and the other ones are kind of minor. So the first one is directly related to the furnace and his thermostat. There's some problem in the wiring, there's some problem with its connection because it just doesn't want to shut off and it wants to ignite the minute you apply power to the coach. We've messed with all the thermostat settings. I've showed him exactly how to operate it. We've changed the settings to ensure that the fan is on automatic and the furnace is set as low as possible, yet it still kicks on. So we're having an issue there. We're going to take it to the dealership and get it addressed. I'm actually towing it right now behind my truck because he doesn't have access to his Durango right now. His wife's actually driving it. The second issue that he's having is a water leak under the sink. And I'm not sure exactly where it could be coming from because I didn't get a chance to look at it, but it's probably a pretty simple fix. It's probably just a connection or a seal, probably something that can be fixed really fast. And the third problem is the little trim that goes in the channel around the outside edge of the R-Pod. Basically that black trim that separates the sidewall from the front wall and the back. It started to crack, and we think we realize where that came from. We're pretty sure that that is because when he first bought it, the dealership tried to detail it really well, and they put some type of an Armor All type material on that trim to shine it up. And apparently the sun got to it and it started deteriorating that plastic. So the plastic is cracking apart and it's breaking apart really easily. Now, that and the furnace are things I would definitely recommend having a dealership replace. It may not be too difficult to do the trim, but since he's already bringing it there for the furnace, you might as well get that addressed at the same time. The water problem is also something they're going to look at and probably try to fix, even though that's probably along the lines of something you could do yourself and avoid yourself the headache of having to wait in the line to get a spot at a dealership service department. Now, all of his problems should be covered by the factory warranty. So he already called the dealership ahead of time to confirm that everything should be covered under warranty and he shouldn't have any problems. When he first called the dealership to get the R-Pod scheduled for service, they told him it would be about a 2-week wait. However, they called him about a week early and said that they have a spot for him if he can bring it in. And that's the reason why we're bringing it in today. Now, the second part of this video is related to something completely different. So if you own a travel trailer, a fifth wheel, a motorhome, you may experience heavy condensation issues inside of your coach, especially if it's cold outside. So if it's really cold outside, you have it nice and cozy inside, maybe you're cooking or you have the furnace running, and all of a sudden you start forming all this condensation inside of your RV that you have to clean up with a towel, and sometimes it gets on the floor or in the edge of the windows. Sometimes that is something that can be really easily addressed by something a lot of people just forget to do. So I'm going to show you an RV at the dealership we're going to and show you what you need to be sure to do whenever you're setting up your RV, and it can really help you reduce the humidity and condensation issue you might be getting inside of your RV. So hang tight.
So we are out here at Colonia Del Rey RV, and I want to show you the thing that a lot of people, even veterans who have been RVing forever, forget to do. This is the exterior portion of your vent hood. And if you forget to pop this little bracket open like this, you are not going to be able to vent any of the air on your vent hood above your stove outside of your coach. So instead, you end up circulating it throughout your coach and just heating it up. This is a mandatory thing not to forget anytime you're RVing and you plan on cooking, or if you just want to circulate air through your RV. You need to make sure you go up under here and you pop these little tabs out, and when you're ready to close it, you just push them shut. So again, you have two little notches and it just pops out like that. And that's going to be for pretty much all of this style of vent hood. Almost any RV that has a vent hood, you're going to have your vent option right here. And when you turn this on, again, if you don't have that outside vent open, you're just going to circulate hot air inside of your coach. So if you're having a condensation issue inside of your coach and you want to find a way to vent out some of that, be sure go around the outside, open up the vent holes, and just circulate air using that. That's another way to vent your RV, period. So I hope this helped you guys. If you weren't aware, I'm sure a lot of people already knew about that, but if you didn't, there's something that you can use as a tip when you're setting up. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.